Hey, everybody. Thanks for spending 5 minutes with me, Dr. Doula. I am today thinking about what I always think about as far as Black women are concerned, what we are doing to save ourselves. Why? Because I have a unique perspective. I'm a Southern girl. I grew up in Virginia, but my family, both my mom and dad, came from Alabama during times of segregation, during times when they did not have access to things, during times when we really had to be resourceful as Black women when it came to birth. And so when I consider everything that's going on, I hear people talk about poverty, and I know poverty affects childbirth. I know that access to resources affects childbirth, but there's something that we're not talking about often. Because what I saw, knowing where my family grew up, I know they were poor, but the outcomes were better. There's something missing to our conversation. And I believe the thing that is missing is you, whoever you are. Whoever you are to Black women, whoever you are to the birthing mother, you're missing. Now, I did not I'm partial because my husband was with me at all four of my births. I did not have, was not surrounded by women. My mother had just transitioned before my first son was born, a year before. So he was my rock. He was there for me. But even in that, I had a support system. He was there for me. He advocated for me, all of those things. It was very clear that he was not just a bystander, and he supported me. Well, if we go back further, traditionally, and for Black women, only about 50 years ago or so, we took care of each other. We saved each other. The bottom line is this: if we are looking for doulas, if the goal is, okay, we're going to get more doulas, more Black doulas, more doulas of color, that would be a noble and a wonderful goal. But that alone will not save Black women. In itself, it will not save Black women. There are so many issues that we deal with and so many that we face. Even having more Black midwives alone is not going to do it. So I'm halfway through. Let me try to speed up. I usually take too much time wanting to get my words just right. So if I say something wrong, please ask me about it. But here's the deal. Before there were doulas, there were grandmothers, mothers, aunts, there were sisters. There were people who were supporting Black women when during the childbearing year. There were people checking on her. How are you doing? There were women that were seeing how she was. See, the point is this: a lot of what there's a lot that has to be taken care of on the outside of us, right? With legislation, access to resources, options for childbirth, and all of those things. They matter a lot. But I don't want us to miss this other storyline that we don't talk about often, is that we have always had to heal, help, and save ourselves. No one has ever done that for women of African descent in the United States. We have done that for ourselves. Hey, Francine. And because we've done that for ourselves, it's time for us to do that again. If our daughter is pregnant, there was a time when if a young woman was pregnant, she could have her first line of her first resource be women in her family. That is broken down. And so we need to think about that. That's what needs to be reenacted. That's what's missing from the conversation. We can wait on the laws. We can wait on people to do us right, but we have something we need to do. If you are a woman, a Black woman, you should know something about birth. And so in my last 30 seconds, I will say this. Then, if you are one that wants to know about that, I offer what I call Sankofa for Birth Ambassador workshops for everyday regular women. Maybe you're not working in birth work, but there's a woman in your life, a young woman in your life that you'd like to be able to share with again. I invite you to take a look at that at drdoula.com. Listen, birth is a family affair. Birth is not just something that is for people that feel called to birth. Birth is for all of us. Okay, I think my 5 minutes is up. It's about to ding, 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 ding on me. Ah, there it is. All right, I have to run. I love you guys. Check out the website. Thanks for spending 5 minutes with me. Bye.